The Senate will come to order. I ask everyone present to please rise and recite the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. In the absence of clergy, let us bow our heads in a moment of silent reflection or prayer. Reading of the journal.
In Senate, Friday, April 16, 2021, the Senate met pursuant to adjournment. The journal of Thursday, April 15, 2021 was read and approved. On motion, the Senate adjourned.
Without objection, the journal stands approved as read. Presentation of petitions. Messages from the Assembly. Secretary will read.
Senator Hoylman moved to discharge from the Committee on Judiciary Assembly Bill Number 297 and substituted for the identical Senate Bill 69, third reading counter 201.
Substitution so ordered.
Senator Kennedy moves to discharge from the Committee on Transportation Assembly Bill Number 1863 and substituted for the identical Senate Bill 3925, third reading counter 634.
Substitution so ordered. Messages from the Governor. Reports of standing committees. Reports of select committees. Communications and reports from state officers. Motions and resolutions. Senator Gianaris.
Thank you, Madam President. I wish to call up my bill, Senate 1034A, recalled from the Assembly, which is now at the desk.
The Secretary will read.
Calendar number 119, Senate Print 1034A by Senator Gianaris, an act to amend the labor law.
Now move to reconsider the vote by which this bill was passed.
The Secretary will call the roll on reconsideration.
Addabbo, Gianaris, Kruger, Ort, Stewart-Cousins, White, I 63.
The bill is restored to its place on the third reading calendar.
I offer the following amendments.
The amendments are received.
On behalf of Senator May, I wish to call up Senate 1509, recalled from the Assembly, which is now at the desk.
The Secretary will read.
Calendar number 280, Senate Print 1509 by Senator May, an act to amend the transportation law.
Move to reconsider the vote by which the bill was passed.
The Secretary will call the roll on reconsideration.
Addabbo, Gianaris, Kruger, Ort, Stewart-Cousins, White, I 63.
The bill is restored to its place on the third reading calendar.
I offer the following amendments.
The amendments are received.
On behalf of Senator Kaplan, on page 4, I offer the following amendments to Calendar 99, Senate 343, and ask that said bill retain its place on third reading calendar.
The amendment is received, and the bill shall retain its place on the third reading calendar.
Thank you, Madam President. Can we now take up the reading of the calendar?
The Secretary will read.
Calendar number 178, Senate Print 2135A by Senator Hinchey, an act to amend the agriculture and markets law.
Read the last section.
Section 2, this act shall take effect immediately.
Call the roll.
Addabbo, Gianaris, Kruger, Ort, Stewart-Cousins, White.
Announce the results.
Ayes 63.
The bill is passed.
Calendar number 201, Assembly number 297 by Assemblymember Gottfried, an act to amend the Uniform City Court Act.
Read the last section.
Section 9, this act shall take effect on the 1st of September.
Call the roll.
Addabbo, Gianaris, Kruger, Ort, Stewart-Cousins, White.
Announce the results.
In relation to Calendar 201, those senators voted in the negative are Senators Borrello, Boyle, Griffo, Jordan, Martucci, Oberacker, Ort, Palumbo, Rath, Sereno, Steck, and Tedisco. Aye 51, nays 12.
The bill is passed.
Calendar number 438, Senate Print 412 by Senator Biaggi, an act to amend the mental hygiene law and the racing, parimutuel waging, and breeding law.
Read the last section.
Section 4, this act shall take effect on the 120th day of shall become a law.
Call the roll.
Addabbo, Gianaris, Kruger, Ort, Stewart-Cousins, White.
Announce the results.
Ayes 63.
The bill is passed.
Calendar number 488, Senate Print 3467A by Senator Mayer, an act to amend the general business law.
Read the last section.
Section 2, this act shall take effect 1 year after it shall become a law.
Call the roll.
Addabbo, Gianaris, Kruger, Ort, Stewart-Cousins, White.
Announce the results.
Ayes 63.
The bill is passed.
Calendar number 559, Senate Print 4431 by Senator May, an act to amend the general municipal law.
Read the last section.
Section 2, this act shall take effect immediately.
Call the roll.
Addabbo, Gianaris, Kruger, Ort, Stewart-Cousins, White.
Announce the results.
Ayes 63.
The bill is passed.
Calendar number 560, Senate Print 4481 by Senator Harkam, an act to amend the general municipal law.
Read the last section.
Section 2, this act shall take effect immediately.
Call the roll.
Addabbo, Janoris Kruger, Ort, Stewart Cousins, White.
Announce the results.
Ayes 63.
The bill is passed.
Calendar number 570, Senate Print 2008A by Senator Jackson, an act to amend the insurance law.
Read the last section.
Section 2, this act shall take effect on the 90th day after it shall become a law.
Call the roll.
Addabbo, Janoris Kruger, Ort, Stewart Cousins, White.
Announce the results.
In relation to calendar 570, those senators voted in the negative are Senators Borrello, Gallivan, Griffo, Oberacker, O'Mara, Ort, Rath, Sereno, and Steck. Ayes 54, nays 9.
The bill is passed.
Calendar number 612, Senate Print 4897 by Senator Gounardes, an act to amend the civil service law.
Read the last section.
Section 2, this act shall take effect immediately.
Call the roll.
Addabbo, Janoris Kruger, Ort, Stewart Cousins, White.
Announce the results.
Ayes 63.
The bill is passed.
Calendar number 621, Senate Print 3666 by Senator Comrie, an act to amend the real property law.
Laid aside.
Calendar number 634, Assembly number 1863 by Assemblymember Magnarelli, an act to amend the vehicle and traffic law.
Read the last section.
Section 2, this act shall take effect immediately.
Call the roll.
Addabbo, Janoris Kruger, Ort, Stewart Cousins, White.
Announce the results.
Ayes 63.
The bill is passed. Senator Gianaris, that completes the reading of today's calendar.
Please go to the controversial calendar.
The secretary will ring the bell. The secretary will read.
Calendar number 621, Senate Print 3666 by Senator Comrie, an act to amend the real property law.
Senator Lanza, why do you rise?
Madam President, I believe there's an amendment at the desk. I waive the reading of that amendment and ask that Senator Sereno be recognized and heard.
Thank you, Senator Lanza. Upon review of the amendment in accordance with Rule 6, Section 4B, I rule it non-germane and out of order at this time.
Accordingly, Madam President, I appeal the ruling of the chair and ask that Senator Sereno be recognized.
The appeal has been made and recognized, and Senator Sereno may be heard.
Thank you, Madam President. Nice to see you. The proposed amendment is germane to the bill at hand because the bill amends the real property law with the intention of limiting unreasonable fees. While I support this bill and have voted for it in the past, I find it awfully ironic that we're voting to limit an unreasonable fee on something as small as a house key, while this body continues to take no real action to limit the mountain of unreasonable orders that have been issued since the start of the pandemic. Over the past year, the governor has issued countless executive orders amending not just the real property law, but laws that impact every single area of our lives. Many of these have been arbitrary and unreasonable, putting undue burdens on New Yorkers that have impacted their entire livelihoods. On March 5th, the legislature's supermajority passed legislation that was supposed to limit the governor's emergency pandemic powers. Wow, everybody was really excited, if that was really true. That legislation expressly requires the governor's office to explain the need for any extension or modification of emergency directives. Absolutely, that makes sense. That's the way it should be. However, on April 6th, and everybody will remember, we were just wrapping up the budget, the governor quietly issued a new executive order that extended all previously issued directives for 30 days and only posted the need for the extension of 7 out of 175 directives on the state's website. What about the other 168 directives? What is this body doing about it? Nothing. I said it at the time, and I will say it again. That measure was an absolute sham, and it did nothing to bring about meaningful changes for New Yorkers. We still have arbitrary rules in place, like the random restaurant curfew and the ridiculous rule that requires the purchase of food with your beverage. This despite agreement on both sides of the aisle that these should be repealed. And despite our effort to do what was suggested by the majority when we introduced concurrent resolution to repeal these rules. This body has proven time and again that it lacks the will to do what's right. exert itself as the co-equal branch of government that it is and be accountable to the residents who elected us. In the sponsor's memo at the bill at hand, my colleague correctly argues, quote, "This sort of price gouging serves as a very expensive punishment for tenants who need their keys reproduced." He goes on to rightly say that, quote, "Bad actors necessitate this prohibitive legislation." Well, I would argue that these kinds of arbitrary rules serve as a very costly punishment for New Yorkers who have done their part and made considerable sacrifices in the name of public health. I would also argue that the bad actor in this case, our scandal-scarred governor, necessitates the prohibitive amendment I'm proposing, which would truly strip the governor of his emergency pandemic powers. Should the price of a house key really be at the top of our priority list, while the governor's baseless orders are closing businesses, separating families, costing jobs, and actually ruining New Yorkers into debt as they may never get out of it? I urge my colleagues to set politics aside and do right by the residents we serve by putting an end to the one-man rule, by supporting the amendment I'm proposing once again here today. Thank you, Madam President.
Thank you, Senator Serino. I want to remind the House that the vote is on the procedures of the House and the ruling of the chair. Those in favor of overruling the chair signify by saying aye.
Madam President, we've agreed to waive the showing of hands and record each member of the minority in the affirmative.
Without objection, so ordered. Announce the results.
Ayes 20.
The ruling of the chair stands and the bill in chief is before the House. Are there any other senators wishing to be heard? Seeing and hearing none, debate is closed. The secretary will ring the bell. Read the last section.
Section 2, this act shall take effect immediately.
Call the roll.
Addabbo, Gianaris, Kruger, Ort, Stewart, Cousins, White.
Announce the results.
In relation to calendar 621, those senators voted in the negative are Senators Akshar, Borrello, Gallivan, Griffo, Helmy, Jordan, Lanza, Oberacker, O'Mara, Ort, Palumbo, Rath, Ritchie, Steck, Tedisco, and White. Ayes 47, nays 16.
The bill is passed. Senator Gianaris, that completes the reading of today's controversial calendar.
Is there any further business at the desk?
There is no further business at the desk.
I move to adjourn until tomorrow, Tuesday, April 20th at 3 p.m.
On motion, the Senate stands adjourned until Tuesday, April 20th at 3 p.m.